This looks suspicious, but delicious! Ah! Oh! 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 Huh? What? How'd I end up in the closet? Is that a mask? Looks awfully familiar. Oh shit, you! Oh! Oh, I think I hit my head when that happened. Ah, much better. What's wrong with my face? Why does it feel so flat? You are not kidding me. Are you kidding me? This mask isn't half bad. For Halloween, I will review Splatterhouse, as I think it's a really good game to play. Also, why do you think they're bringing the franchise back in 2010 with Splatterhouse for the 360 and PS3? There's the reason. So let's get on to the story. Story is about two college students, Jennifer and Rick, taking refuge in a mansion from the rain. Or to be exact, taking refuge in West Mansion that's supposedly owned by a Dr. West, who conducts hideous experiments like all evil doctors would.
Yes! Instead of using my brilliant mind to help people, I shall follow the bad example of other evil doctors and create hideous experiments and inevitably die in the end. I like the sound of that.
You know, the name Dr. West doesn't sound very frightening. Could have been called Dr. Insano or Mr. Mad.
Silent fool! Why don't you go play Tetris Attack? Ah, my spleens!
But I digress. So as soon as they enter the mansion, strange things begin to happen. Jennifer gets captured, no doubt in store for erotic experiments. Oh, good God! And it's up to Rick, who gets possessed by a random Max somewhere and gains the power to kick butt and save his girl. I've seen better stories, but this was in 1988, so it's all good! On to the gameplay. Splatterhouse is a side-scroller beat-em-up, where you try and survive to the end. Doesn't sound very in-depth, but the thing that's fun about this game is the challenge you are given to survive the obstacles that come in your way, because all these hideous experiments are thrown at you just trying to murder you. You have the basic attack button and jump button and the special attack to help you get through this hellish nightmare. And there are weapons you can find lying around to help you. Now, the real challenge are the bosses you face in the game.
Yes, my brilliant experiment will destroy you!
Wait, I thought you were dead!
I am a doctor, you know.
Whoops!
And your little gunfire will not stop me.
I didn't shoot you.
Wait, what? Then who in blue blazes shot me? It was you. I'll show you what happens when you shoot Doctor.
He'll be back. I know it. But back to the bosses. They aren't hard to fight, per se, but they are tricky, and learning the pattern really helps. Except maybe Chainsaw Guy, because I actually never fought him hands-on, because I don't know the pattern. Another thing I like is when you defeat some of the bosses, they'll have this last attack move that they'll throw at you, so even when the battle's over, you can still die. Kind of like that one Castlevania game in that Indiana Jones game. And that's how pretty much the game works, so let's move on. The music. Brilliant, it's just brilliant. It gives you that horror feel, and it sounds so good. That's all I can say. I'd totally get the soundtrack if I could find it.
Ah, if there's one thing I always wanted to be, was to be a composer.
So what stopped you from doing that?
That's a good question, actually. We'll answer that after I dissect it.
Wow, he actually lived a lot longer than last time.
The graphics. Keep in mind that the turbo graphics got dumbed down from the arcade port. There was a lot more gore in the arcade version than the home port, but aside from that, the graphics are really good looking. The background, the monsters, just thumbs up for the way it looks. It gives you the feel that you are in a madhouse.
Thanks. I decorated it myself, the house painter's brains.
You know, if it wasn't for the fact that this is a video game, I would have called you a sick son of a bitch.
Nobody calls me a sick son of a bitch. No, not the apple, not the apple, no!
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And I don't even eat apples, for the love of God. Well, that's pretty much Splatterhouse. I hope you enjoyed it, despite it being reviewed many, many times before, but it's just that good. So go play it. And I'm off. Cupcakes. Being on the bathroom floor with Doctor snickering behind me looks very suspicious. What delicious! Ah!
So long, sucker!
I need an apple.
Reaction!